Welcome to the Bluegrass iRacing series here tonight at Pocono Speedway. As right now you can see the ticker up on our left side, the qualifying results right now here at the Bluegrass iRacing Truck Series on this beautiful Monday night. Drew Prohl right now, our top driver right now, as you see him put in a 54.58. Bobby Hall Jr. not too far behind, and Eric Parks, Chad Ross all within a tenth of a second, and Jeremiah Hobbs is also going to make another truck that's going to be within a tenth of a second of all these guys. Some pretty insane times right now going through the track. You see Jeremiah Hobbs pull off. Justin Winters still out on the track, Henderson, Kentucky native. Michael Robinson is going to clock in P22. Chuck Blake is on the track in P27 right now from Pasadena, Maryland. You're running high there in turn one. Now the straightaways here are very long. And a lot of people don't realize how long the straightaways are, and they kind of take forever to get down. And that allows these trucks to really have a lot of draft throughout the entire track, and you'll see that a lot. That these trucks are going to heavily rely on draft, but it also it comes down to saving tire, and that's kind of backing up your entries, making sure that you're not over driving it. That's what these guys are going to have to do tonight to win this race. Chuck Blake cross the line and maintain his position. Travis Twitty out on track right now in that 29 truck. Travis Twitty's going to clock in 15th. Michael Cole's out on the track. He clocked in 26th. Cody Anderson's out on track right now, sitting in P30. Now you see we have a minute left here qualifying. A few drivers getting in their last few laps. Travis Twitty bringing it to a stop, and like that's going to be all of our drivers on track. Right now, if we get anybody else on track, we'll go out, but this track is very unique. Three very different corners that you're going to see these guys go around, and it's not, every corner is kind of different, so you have to brake differently throughout the entire corner. And all the corners are actually based off of another track. So turn one is the infamous Milwaukee Mile, I believe, unless I got that backwards, and that's turn 3. But nevertheless, we have the Milwaukee Mile corner. Second corner is easily Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Everyone knows that corner. You'll see that corner, pretty hard braking zone. A lot of passes going into that corner, especially you want to be on that bottom line. See a lot of drivers really throwing it deep into turn 2, and then turn 3, another corner where you can really drive it in deep, and that is I believe Trenton, New Jersey's own track, Trenton Motor Speedway. So 3 very different tracks in this one track, and that's what makes Pocono so unique. Very high speed braking corners, so the brake rotors are going to get very hot, and usually it causes a great fluctuation on the tire wear because the corners heat, or the tires heat up bit more than you would want to compared to other tracks. It's very similar to kind of like Gateway's tire system compared to a short track where you're using the brakes consistently, or another track where you're not using the brakes as much. Our drivers start getting lined up here in a few minutes. See, they're going to be lining up on here on the pits. While they do that, and go and get our grid up. Wait for these cars to show on pit road, and there they are. So our pole sitter tonight is going to be Drew Prohl in that 80 machine. Starting to his outside is going to be Bobby Hall Jr. And we have Eric Parks starting in third. Fourth place is going to be Chad Ross. Fifth place is going to be Jeremiah Hobbs. Had a great run in qualifying. And P6 is going to be Peyton Hubbard. John Mollahan is going to be 7th. John Mollahan, that is. Daniel Cunningham is going to be 8th. Joe Zalo is going to be 9th. And Justin Winter is going to be 10th. Kenneth McCullough Jr. is going to be 11th. And Alex Healy is going to be in that P12 spot. And we'll go ahead and move to our next few drivers here. Wes Wiggins is going to be starting 13th. And Sean Kaiser will be starting 14th. And it looks like Travis Twitty is going to be 15th. And Dustin Reinstedel is going to be 16th. Daniel Worthington is going to be 17th. Jim Kaufman is going to be 18th. Thomas Hall is going to be 19th. And Barrett Morton is going to be rounding out our top 20 tonight. And 21st is going to be Lucas Lyons. 22nd is going to be David Sheets. 23rd is going to be Michael Robinson. 24th is going to be David Brackett. 25th is going to be Michaela Steffs. And 26th tonight is going to be Michael Cole. And 27th tonight is going to be Christopher McCullough. 28th is going to be Ron Morris Jr. 29th is going to be Chuck Blake. And 30th is going to be Dakota Shepard. 31st is going to be Casey Ryback. And Jeremy Vaughn going to be in that 32nd spot. Carlton Charles is going to be 33rd. Ronnie Shirk, 34th. 35th, that is. Mark Vondell is going to be 36th. Stephen Page is going to be 37th. And Brian Terry is going to be 38th. We're going to go to our last few drivers here. And rounding out the field tonight, it's going to be Christopher McCullough. It looked like he actually started up there a little bit, but that's where I have him online. So it looks like it's going to be Brian Terry. And then Derek Puckett. He's not going to be too far back there. And also Dilly Bowerman is going to be starting right ahead of him in 39. Billy and Derek are going to round out our field here tonight. So I'm going to bring up the scoring timer here. And you see there's the 80 machine of Drew Prohl. He is going to be starting first tonight. Had a very good qualifying session. And a lot of action here. Again, you really want to be aggressive early. And all these drivers know that, and they will be aggressive early. So we're going to be watching these guys left and right tonight. You can really see. We'll put on the track map here so we can really see where we're at in the few corners. And it looks like we do have one car that'll be starting in the pits tonight, and I think that is Christopher McCullough. Nevertheless, pace car is going to be going off here. Did you see the pace car taking that hard left corner? Drew Prohl and Bobby Hall Jr. on our front row in the Geico restart zone, and the green flag is out here at Pocono. You'll see them. Let's see how aggressive some of these drivers will be early. Look like they're going to be too aggressive. Driving down into turn 1, Drew Prohl. Still our leader right now. Eric Parks has made his way up into that second place. And Bobby Hall Jr. right now in third is... Oh, Eric Parks is going to go around.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
That's going to bring out the caution. Eric Parks. You see a lot of cars involved in that first wreck. Going to get loose off the corner. Bring out our first caution of the race. Not sure what happened here, but we'll go take a look at what happened here to Eric Parks. It's like right there. I'm not sure if maybe this is slight contact from Bobby Hall or not. You're going to see right here, the 94 is going to get a little bit of a run. The 73 maybe looks already a little bit loose right there. Bobby Hall Jr. just nowhere to go. I think that 73 truck was already loose. Bobby Hall Jr. is just going to barely click the wall there. Look at that. Great job by the 02. I believe Eric Parks is going to hit hard here in the inside wall. As you see, he has it locked down about as good as he can. Just going to tag the inside wall. There must have been a wreck that transpired behind them. As you see, cars stacking up, avoiding the wreck, and that is the 101 truck. Dakota Shepherd. Going to take a hard lick to the inside wall. And that's just kind of all checking up, it looks like, for the wreck. They kind of blink out there for a second, so it's really hard to tell. But it looks like maybe they were avoiding the wreck right there, and cars just getting into back of one another. That will start at all, but and we'll go back up here to the front. Really quickly, we will be right back just to make sure we can get timing and scoring looped up. So we'll be right back in 1 second. All right, we are back here, and hopefully we get some of this sorted out as everything was kind of going wild there for a second. Looks like we got everything back in place. Drew Prohl's still our leader. Right now, Jeremiah Hobbs is actually going to move up his way up into second. So he has moved his way up a few positions already to start this race. 4, that is, in fact. 3, actually, because he'll be starting second here behind Drew Prohl. A lot of action to start this race. Like we lost the overlays. We'll figure out this overlay really quickly, and I'll be right back. All right, we got everything working now. And Drew Prohl right now, our leader. We saw Jeremiah Hobbs able to make a pretty good move to the inside. But again, this track is very draft reliant. And John Mollahan was able to kind of push Drew Prohl back out to the lead. As you see them right now in turn 3, as the field's very tight right now together. Not really anybody's pulling away, but ooh, that 0-2 really close to the wall. And here comes Peyton Hubbard. He's going to give a big push to that 0-2 machine of John Mollahan. And this is where the draft is very, big for these trucks, especially on that long front straightaway. As you see how long it is, almost a mile long, I would say. A little bit less than that, but nevertheless, a really, really long straightaway for these trucks to go down. So you need all the draft you can get. See Peyton Hubbard making his way up into that 3rd position. Here comes Chad Ross underneath Jeremiah Hobbs. Jeremiah Hobbs only going backwards right now. Not looking good early here for that machine. See John Mollahan right now in 2nd. It's going to get a little bit loose there. Able to maintain it. He's going to go for the lead now under Prohl. The inside. Here comes John Mollahan, still side by side. Drew Prohl way up the track. And John Mollahan is clear at the moment. He's going to take it, and here comes Peyton Hubbard. Peyton Hubbard's going to look for that 2nd place. Not going to be able to get it just yet. And the 0-2 of John Mollahan is going to defend that inside. Let Drew Prohl have that outside, and here comes Chad Ross to the inside of Peyton Hubbard. John Mollahan gives up that outside, but at what cost? As you see right there, he's going to get a little bit loose, and that's going to give the lead back to Drew Prohl. And here comes Peyton Hubbard for that 2nd place, and Jeremiah Hobbs back in the picture. And not too far behind them, Daniel Cunningham right now in 6th place. You see John Mollahan's going to get a little bit tight. It's going to slide up and clear that gap barely between him and Jeremiah Hobbs. And he's going to push him down the front straightaway. Oh, we got a big wreck in the back as you see one car hard into the inside wall. I believe I saw Michael Cole involved in this wreck, and that would be it. Right there, 2nd caution of this race. You see one car very heavily damaged there on the inside. Let's go take a look at what caused this incident. I just caught it, and this would cause it right here. You're going to see Michael Cole is going to get a little bit loose right there. And let's see what he's going to do here. He's going to go back up in, and let's go ahead and get a view. I believe that's Cody Anderson in the 42. And that's exactly who that is. Let's see. Michael Cole's just going to go up kind of into him. It's going to tag the 4 cars. You see the 4 goes hard into the inside wall. The 4 car of Chuck Blake. You see bumpers flying everywhere. And let's see. Look at this. And right there, there's just slight contact, maybe a little bit of an internet wreck right there. Oh, hard in the inside wall. And that was the 3 car who plowed into him. Not sure. I think that was Derek Puckett, it looks like. And yeah, that would be Derek Puckett. We see his nose is destroyed. We can get another look at this. As you see Derek Puckett, and this is why Derek Puckett went down there, is that he really has nowhere to go. And you're going to see it. They're already wrecking ahead of him, and he's going to turn left, try to miss these guys. You see right there, just, wrong place, wrong time for that 3 machine. That car is going to be pretty hurt. But let's go back live here. Alex Healy up 3 positions in 9th place. Michael Robinson up 7 positions right now to that 16th place. A lot of drivers coming into pit here. Few drivers that are going to stay out. Drew Prohl, though, who was our leader, is going to lead us down pit road. shoots his pit box a little bit. Shouldn't be too big of an issue, though. Drivers are going to stay out. Jeremiah Hobbs is going to be one of those drivers to stay out. Michael Robinson is also going to stay out. Bobby Hall Jr. is going to stay out. Lucas Lyons stays out. Been an interesting stretch so far in this race. 11 laps in, 2 cautions already. And this is going to lead to some pit strategy. And that's what we're getting right now. A few of these guys are going to stay out. A few of these guys are going to pit and take those fresh 4 tires. And just to be clear, for tonight's race here at Pocono, it is 60 laps in total, as we see. And these drivers have 3 tire sets. So they have 1 set, and then they have 2 sets that they can take during the race. So these guys don't really have a lot to work with in terms of tires here. And I'm looking at these guys like last pit stop, and it looks like mainly these guys were just filling up on fuel, I would guess. I don't think these guys would really be, taking tires this early. But I think the main thing for these guys, that the stage break is at lap 25. So these guys think that by pitting now, they might be able to make it all the way on fuel. And I'm guessing that's what they're doing here by pitting a little bit earlier. Changing up the strategy a little bit. Again, starting first here is going to be Jeremiah Hobbs. Michael Robinson to his outside. Bobby Hall Jr. right now. And Lucas Lyons are lining up on that the second row. And Peyton Hubbard and Drew Prohl, the first guys who already went in and took fuel, they're going to be lining up right behind them. So, again, they may be able to make it to the stage break. I'm not sure about the top 4. But nevertheless, we'll figure it out. Tell you how it is here at Pocono. 108-degree track. Pretty hot. Pretty slick. And the pace car is going to be rolling into the pit lane here. Jeremiah Hobbs, once again, is going to lead us off to the green flag, and he'll do so pretty quickly, and he's going to get out front as quick as he can. Jeremiah Hobbs out front. The 5 of Justin Winters and 24 Sean Kaiser battling. Right ahead of them, we have Daniel Cunningham and Alex Healy battling for that 10th place position. See battles right now everywhere on the track. Ahead of them, Alex Healy inside the 08 of Daniel Cunningham. Right behind them, we see Chad Ross going to clear Drew Prohl. Drew Prohl's already lost a few positions to where he was in terms of the lead. And, Peyton Hubbard right now is the first guy that pitted. But, again, these guys are all on the same tires. So, Jeremiah Hobbs right now out to a pretty far gap. As you see, battle here. I believe that was the 03 of Kenneth McCullough Jr. Maybe trying to make a move to the inside and got a little bit loose. Had to give up that position. There goes Justin Winters. In that 5 truck, he's going to look inside of that rowdy energy machine of the 08 of Daniel Cunningham. He's going to make that position work. Right ahead of them, you see Bobby Hall Jr. making a move here underneath Peyton Hubbard. This is the battle for fourth place, that is. And here comes Chad Ross. Again, the draft is pretty crucial here. And you see, it just allows Chad Ross to catch right up to the bumper of Peyton Hubbard. And this puts Bobby Hall in a bad position. Bobby Hall is going to clear him, though. And here comes Drew Prohl. Drew Prohl had made his way past the 0-2 with John Mollahan, is now underneath Chad Ross. Jeremiah Hobbs right now in the lead. You see that gap is shrinking, though. Michael Robinson not too far behind them. Again, here comes, looks like John Mollahan underneath Drew Prohl. Drew Prohl, though, has that draft on the outside. Should be okay here. And here goes Chad Ross making a move underneath Bobby Hall Jr., and this is the battle for fifth. 2x2 right here into turn one. See Chad Ross going to get right up to that 94 machine, but Bobby Hall Jr. is able to hold it. And here comes the, I believe that's the 60 of Joe Zallo into the picture now. We see him not too far behind the 0-2, and he's going to be able to hold that outside. 0-2 gets a little bit tight after hitting the apron, and here comes Alex Healy in the 97 truck. Looking for this 9th place, and right behind them is Justin Winters. See him maybe looking for 10th place. Sean Kaiser not too far behind them. The battle again for 9th place right now. John Mollahan and Alex Healy side by side down the front stretch, and you see Justin Winters going to go up with that 97 truck. This is going to propel him beside him. See, now, mainly the only battle that we have on the track is everyone's kind of single filed out at the moment. Maybe a battle here brewing for second, but Justin Winters on the outside of that 0-2. Justin Winters is definitely going to get really tight there. Had to let off, but the 0-2 also had to let off. And that's going to allow Sean Kaiser to push Justin Winters past the 0-2, but Sean Kaiser now going to try to make a move underneath Justin Winters. And it's going to single file out there in turn two. As you see, oh, Sean Kaiser pretty loose through the corner there, and that's going to open the door again for John Mollahan. Right behind them, Kenneth McCullough, who lost a few positions after getting loose in turn three, is back up now, looking underneath that 0-2, but he's going to get tight, and that's going to open the door for the truck behind him. Not too far behind them, we got a battle here. Wes Wiggin and Barrett Morton battling. This is the battle for 17. Two guys that we're seeing up front right now running a little bit further back. And it's very hard here to pass at Pocono. And, you know, it's very draft reliant. And, you know, these guys are struggling to pass right now. Completely, at least. And Lucas Lyons right now is actually, him and Peyton Hubbard both have caught to the back of Michael Robinson. And you see Lucas Lyons maybe trying to force Michael into a mistake. Michael shows no avail there, and he's going to be able to hold that position for the meantime. Justin Winters and Sean Kaiser have been going at this position for a little bit now. This is the battle for 10th. Ahead of them, Alex Healy maybe trying to make a move. Not able to do anything just yet. Pretty much single file right now through our field. Billy Bowerman and David Brackett. Battle for 23rd as we saw them side by side. But David Brackett, a veteran in this league, is more of just going to be able to push him by. And you see here, the battle for first is starting to heat up. And guys are really starting to catch one another. But the only problem with it is that it's so hard to make a pass. And you see Alex Healy is going to try to go to the inside, but you just can't time the move exactly how he wants to because of the draft. But it looks like Joe Zallo is going to do the smart thing here. Just give up that position, let Alex Healy go. Maybe he just wants to follow him. He'll be able to do it. Right behind them, you see Sean Kaiser and Justin Winters still battling for this 10th place position. And again, these guys are trying to get stage points. You've not won yet. You're not in the playoffs. So every stage point is going to matter for these guys. And you see, there goes Jeremiah Hobbs to pit road. He was one of those drivers that stayed out with Michael Robinson. Daniel Worthington also in his 113 machine. Both of those guys. Michael Robinson still in first, and he's going to come in and pit this time. Just kind of what we expected. These guys are going to be a little bit short of the stage. And will these other guys be able to make it for the stage is the real question now. A little bit of a gap right now opening between Peyton Hubbard and Lucas Lyons, but that doesn't really mean much at the moment. Very early in this race, and these guys are really just first starting to figure out, you know, what they need to do tire saving wise and all that fun stuff. So, you know, it takes a while. It takes a few laps to really get your truck onto the track, and that's what you're seeing here early. But Peyton Hubbard, you know, one of these guys that we always see every week come out strong. He always is very fast. Always puts himself into the mix. You see how fast he is early, and he's already up here looking for the lead as we're going to see Bobby Hall Jr. take the hard left corner into the pit lane. And now Lucas Lyons, Peyton Hubbard, we got a battle a little bit further back. I believe that's Wes Wiggin. As you see him and Barrett Morton still battling. This is for 14th now. A few drivers have pitted, so they've gained a few positions. Too far ahead of them. We see Sean Kaiser and Justin Winters still battling. Now this is a position for 8th as two guys ahead of them have pitted, and these guys have been going at it for a while now. And not too far ahead of them, Drew Prohl underneath Chad Ross. This is the battle for 3rd. Going into Indianapolis here in turn 2. Drew Prohl, it's going to be not on the favored line here. Chad Ross, you know, you want to be on that outside defending the position, and he does it perfectly. And, you know, Drew Prohl doesn't, you know, make it worse for worse by overdriving the corner. You know, it's a very clean pass both ways, and they both give each other respectable around a room, and that's what you see here in the Bluegrass iRacing Truck Series as Lucas Lyons takes that hard left turn into the pit road. Now, Lucas Lyons, I believe, was one of the guys who pitted, or who has not pitted yet. You know, other guys who have not pitted. Billy Bowerman has not pitted. Ronnie Shirk has not pitted. And Lucas Lyons just made his first pit stop. So, mainly everyone has started to come into the pits. But not everyone yet. There's a few drivers still out there. But, you know, these guys did come in. They took fuel on lap 10. These guys might just be single file right now just trying to save. And we got Sean Kaiser and and Justin Winters going at it. Justin Winters a little bit tight, not able to get fully on the throttle. This is going to open the entry door here for Sean Kaiser. You see him really is going to drive it in, and it looks like Kenneth McCullough is also going to drive it in there. Justin Winters, though, giving no room here, doing the right thing. And you see this is a great battle right now for this 7th place position. But Justin Winters on that outside where it's favored to be behind Sean Kaiser. You get the draft, and that's going to put Kenneth McCullough right behind him again. Lap 23 now. 22 laps in the books. A lot to go. But this is where everything is going to get dicey. We're going to see if these guys can make it all the way on fuel. You see Justin Winters really tight on the outside, I believe. I don't think he's trying to save. That truck just looks like maybe a little bit of the right front is already off the car, and he's struggling for grip. You see now, this is going to lead a train behind him, and the 0-2 of John Mollahan is going to be next. But Justin Winters really pinches him down there. Not much you can do if you're that inside truck when you're being pinched all the way down there, especially, you know, on a sharp corner like turn 2. And if you look right behind them, Christopher McCullough now made his way under John Mollahan. And look at that 11 truck, Dustin Reinstedel, making his way underneath now. But again, he's on that bottom lane. That's not where you want to be on the straightaways. And, you know, up here again, this is lap 24. Peyton Hubbard, 2 laps to go in this stage. Chad Ross and Drew Prohl right behind them. This is the battle first, second. Drew Prohl's going to get really tight, though. Look at Alex Healy up to that 4th place spot. And looking at these guys like last pit times, again, 6-second pit times, there's no way these guys would have taken tires. But, you know, right here, this battle right now, Justin Winters, Kenneth McCullough, it's put a pretty big gap right now between 5th and 6th place, I believe that is, or 6th and 7th. You see Justin Winters going to fall behind that 0-3. Here comes Dustin Reinstedel underneath Justin Winters, not able to do it. You see Justin Winters able to get to that 0-3 truck, but he's going to get tight. He's going to slide up the track, and you see Sean Kaiser all the way up into the wall right ahead of them. Wes Wiggin right now stuck on the bottom side, but Peyton Hubbard is going to take our white flag in the stage, but here's Chad Ross and Drew Prohl. Chad Ross to the inside. Gonna make a move here. For first places, they're gonna make contact going into the corner. Here comes Drew Prohl to the inside. As these guys, oh, he's gonna put him in the wall! Chad Ross into the wall hard! As you see him very slow onto the outside here. As this is gonna cause chaos, as you see that toe link is broke. That toe link is out of the car. And that car is hurt pretty bad, and look at what it's created now. There's a mess ahead of them. As they're 3 wide everywhere, Peyton Hubbard, or Drew Prohl right now, are a leader with that move that he made. And it looks like he's going to be able to get that, but look at this battle right here. This is all the battle for 5th and 6th and 7th and 8th and whatever else is in this mess. As you see right now, going on to the front stretch, these guys are going to somehow make it, but one guy who did not make it, Chad Ross in that 83 machine. You see right there, you see how the truck is tilted so far over, and that tire's moving around a lot. It's wiggling everywhere, and that right there is a broken toe link. And basically what that is that the suspension is mainly, it's bent, and the tire just wants to go everywhere. As you see, it's bouncing up and down, and that is what you call not good. Good for that car. But nevertheless, Drew Prohl was able to make a really, really good move. And he was able to get our stage win here tonight. This is our one and only stage. But he did a fantastic job of taking advantage of that. As maybe really quickly before they go into the pits here. Right here, we're going to watch this. Going into turn 1, side by side. Chad Ross is going to get into the side of Peyton Hubbard right here. No harm, no foul. And then, you know, both these guys are fighting hard. Here comes Drew Prohl to the inside. And right here, you're going to see, I mean, Chad Ross is kind of holding that second line. Peyton Hubbard is really, and just contact. Very hard to say. I don't. You see that car up into the air, almost into our Bluegrass iRacing camera. Does a great job of keeping that truck up there. But again, lap 27, Drew Prohl, our leader. And if that didn't take up enough time, though, I believe they may be coming into the pits this time by. And yes, they are. Them all entering pit lane right now. I believe our pace speed probably into the pits is going to be around 55, 60 miles an hour. Somewhere around that range. Probably around 55. All the trucks coming in. You see them all single file. Again, Drew Prohl was our leader coming to the pits. We'll be able to see if he's able to maintain that. See all the trucks right now coming into their stops. Few trucks look like they've already gotten service, and right there, Drew Prohl is going to get out pretty easily. Alex Healy's going to be out second, and Kenneth McCullough is going to be third. Justin Winters fourth. Justin Reinstettel going to be out there as well. All the trucks coming here off Bear Road, but Prohl's going to win this stage. And really quickly, see if maybe we can get a word from our buddy Drew Prohl. Hey, Drew, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Well, we saw you make a pretty good move right there as they were bumping and banging outside you, able to take back your lead and able to take home the stage win tonight. So go and tell us about your race so far. It's looked pretty racy so far as we've seen that 80 truck, up front all night, maybe in fifth a few times, but you're able to make your way up front. So tell us how your race has gone so far, man.
I mean, so far it's been going pretty well. It's been going the way I wanted it. The caution kind of set it up pretty good. And I mean, it is really racy. It's hot, it's slick, so you can kind of mess up and it's going to hurt.
So what do you got to do to win this race?
Stay clean. Don't get caught on pit road with a speeding penalty if we get these green flags in. That's going to be the biggest thing.
All right, well, good luck here the rest of the race. Out front starting the stage, so good luck, Drew.
Thank you.
All right, and that was our buddy there, Drew Prohl, as he's been out front a lot of this race, and he's been in the top 5. He's been really quick. He's been able to save tires, but he's also been super fast. And, whenever you have a car like that, out here, and everyone's on the same setup, that is, but whenever your car is just driving exactly how you want to, you almost seem unbeatable. And when you're able to go from, fifth back up to first on a run like he did, I think that 80 truck is going to be very good tonight, and I think he's going to be a truck to watch out for as we keep going here. And Alex Healy right now up 10 spots to that second place position. Dustin Ryan settles in third. A lot of drivers really making their way up there now. As you see how many positions these guys up front have already made up. Everyone in our top 6 has gained position since the start of the race. And actually, everyone in our top 23 has gained positions other than a few drivers who are Drew Prohl and John Mollahan, and they're exactly where they started. So these guys are really making their way up the racing charts. A few drivers out right now who have unfortunately caught some bad luck and have crashed, but
Green flag.
and that the green flag is back out. Drew Prohl leading us here. Green flag's back out. You see Alex Healy with a pretty good start. And there's Dustin Rice settles. You see right behind them, already 3 wide. On the bottom, that's John Mollahan. Making a move here underneath Peyton Hubbard and Joe Zallo. CS60 truck's going to be on the outside. Sean Kaiser right ahead of them. Maybe going to try to make a move. Not going to do it. Remember, starting here, it's going to be super slick. These guys, their cars are not handling well whatsoever at the moment. And, now this is it. This is going to be the race to the end. And these guys are really going to try to gain as many positions right here. And then you got to save tires, stay in the draft. I feel like that's going to be the main 2 things. And Drew brought up a fantastic point. The rest of this race, it looks like maybe they go about 15 to 20-ish laps, somewhere that around fuel. I don't really 100% know. We'll figure it out. But nevertheless, these guys are going to have to go down pit road a few times. And more than likely, they just took 1 set of tires, so they have 1 more set that they could put on this truck. And if they can make it around lap like 45, I would be guessing that's exactly where they would have to take their tires and fuel. So if you get a caution, you can't really do much on tires. It just helps you get up, as you see right there, Joe Zallo and Peyton Hubbard. Oh! Sean Kaiser goes around off of Justin Winter's nose. And everyone's going to be able to avoid him. And the caution's out again. 4th caution of the night. Sean Kaiser in this one. We have seen these 2 battle all night so far. Let's go back and take a look at what happened here. It was just ahead of us. You see right there. Oh, Sean Kaiser just kind of clears himself. Joe Zallo's unfortunately going to tag the wall. And we could take another look at this, but I believe that the 24 is just going to get up a little bit. And we could go back a little bit here more. A better view on this wreck. And we'll just go to the far chase here. This usually gives us the best view of what happens. You can see Justin Winter Justin Winters is really just kind of run that low line. He's not going to give Sean Kaiser a lot of space here. And yeah, right there you see just coming out of the corner, And that's just racing right there. Guys going for the same position as you see. Both cars not with a lot of damage. Gonzalo, you see he's going to get into the wall there. And these guys might be okay. Justin Winters there. You see not really a lot of damage on the nose of that car. So, might be alright. Again, thank you everyone tuning in tonight. Please make sure that you hit the thumbs up button for these drivers. Does a lot for the league. Good to see everyone from around the world here. Hope everyone's enjoyed the show tonight. As you see Justin Winters coming in, including Joe Zalo. And these guys right here, we see John Mollahan's coming in, Jim Kaufman, David Sheets, Christopher McCullough, Sean Kaiser obviously coming in to fix his damage. But, you know, a lot of these guys might just be coming in to top off on fuel. This would be a great time to top off on fuel because more than likely at lap 33, this is going to allow you to make it the rest of the way on one more stop. And if you're these top guys, you cannot give away your track position. These guys easily, you know, took the pass and not pit. But, you know, really a few of these guys might be in for a good treat. As you see, I believe it was the 4 truck in his lap back here tonight. I believe our top 28 cars right now are on the lead lap. And then everyone about 27th on back right now is out of the race. Or at least a few laps down. Yeah, I hope everyone has enjoyed the stream tonight, even with a few difficulties at the beginning. Again, if everyone could, please hit the thumbs up button. It does so much for our channel and allows us to grow, not as just a league, but as a community. Because we'd like to reach out to so many more people here in the future. But everyone that is typed in the chat tonight, gave thumbs up, thank you very much. We appreciate having every single person here. You got JC Motorsports fans, WJM fans out there, Team Flex fans out there, Hammercock Motorsports fans out there. Everyone. So lap 34 again. Few drivers have pitted. Not sure if they can make it all the way on fuel, but very interesting nevertheless to see if they can. See, going down the long straightaway here. Drew Prohl's going to be leading us to the green again as we talked to him not too long ago. He told us that his intention is just to win this. That's what he wants to do. Alex Healy in second right now. And Ryan Stedel, we see him in third, and Peyton Hubbard in fourth, as we saw him very close to winning the first stage, but nevertheless, he's back up there. Morton and Wes Wiggin right now. Wes Wiggin has done a great job, has made his way up into that third row. Billy Bowerman and Travis Twitty right now, 7th and 8th. Again, these guys have really avoided the wrecks, and now they're in a position to where they can kind of stay out and gain some track position, and that's exactly what they did. Drew Prohl again on that inside is we're going to bring up the track map again. I kind of like this. Kind of shows where everyone is. And it shows us where we're at on track. And you can see that there's no one really spreads out.
Green, green.
It's all relying on the draft. As you see, Drew Prohl is going to take the green flag. Alex Healy right now is going to be in second, but not going to be able to clear Dustin Reinstedel. Peyton Hubbard's still to that outside as well. And Alex Healy will clear himself into that second place. Peyton Hubbard's still on the outside. This is what's on back here. As you see, 3 wide out of the corner right ahead of these guys. And now they're going to get 2 and 3 wide as 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back. Lucas Lyons, Daniel Cunningham back here. On board there with Billy Bowerman. Oh, he's got to save it. What a save. That was, I believe, Thomas Hall in the 93. And that would be Billy Bowerman in the 17. What a save by Billy. You know, that's a moment that will keep you in the race. And there's our good buddy, Jeremy Vaughn. Oh, Jeremy Vaughn. Really? Oh, we got a wreck behind them. I saw the tank car go around. And oh, he saved it. Jeremiah Hobbs, what a save. I'm not sure if he really saved it, but he definitely saved it with help. And that 25 machine of Lucas Lyons also looks a little damaged from that incident. Not sure what really happened there, but nevertheless, they're still going. And look at this battle up here now. There's actually just a lot of battles. Justin Winters making his way back up to the field after being involved in that last incident. But Travis Twitty right now up here in 7th place. This is where Travis likes to be, up front. And right behind them, Peyton Hubbard and Alex Healy battling for 2nd place. Alex Healy, the Ohio man, going to make his way into 2nd place. Barrett Morton made his way up into the top 5 now in that 9 truck for the first time tonight, as he started a little bit deeper in the field than we usually see him in 20th, and he's made his way up to 5th. Great job for Barrett Morton. And that 51 truck right now, Peyton Hubbard, he looks really good right now. That car is able to hold the bottom, able to roll it perfectly. And he looks very quick, but again, this track is all draft reliant. It also depends on how much you use your tires. You see him maybe taking a little bit of a wider entry. Not sure if he's letting off a little bit earlier. Not sure if he's just trying to dive it in a little bit harder. Nevertheless, you know, very difficult. Now let's go ahead. Let's watch this from Peyton Hubbard. And this is the driver's view of the track. This is exactly what they see. As you see them get up into 4th gear, and this is going to be the fastest part of the track in the draft, as Alex Healy right ahead of them is going to go for the lead. As you see him almost 180 miles an hour, you see him let off really early. Let that car get down near the bottom. He's going to get into the throttle here. And pretty decent. Able to really get his foot down, which means the truck is handling well. And you're going to see him push Drew Prohl on that outside. And that's what I mean by the draft. You see how it just kind of sucks the car right to the back bumper of the truck ahead of him. And now he's going to be able to get to the outside of this 97, but Alex Healy able to hold strong there on the bottom. Not a lot of trucks able to do that tonight. And then going into the final corner here, Trenton. And you're going to see him be able to hold that line pretty well on the bottom. And oh, Alex Healy's going to get loose. And this is going to open the door here for Peyton Hubbard. As you see now, Drew Prohl really pushing that 97. And Alex Healy definitely did not mean to do that. He just got a little bit loose there and slid up in front of him. But no harm, no foul. Able to keep him straight, and that's all you can ask for. But Peyton Hubbard now is the truck on the move to the inside. And he's been able to run that inside so well. But Alex Healy is just going to be able to run that outside a little bit better. Battle still for first. And look, this has really gotten a bunch of trucks up here. As look at Dustin Reinstedel now up in 4th. And Wes Wigan and Barrett Morton are going to battle for 5th. You see them right behind them, but the battle's still on for 2nd. Peyton Hubbard and Drew Prohl side by side. And here comes Dustin Reinstedel to the outside. And here they are, door to door. This is for 3rd place now. As Peyton Hubbard's going back a little bit, not what he wanted, and Dustin Reinstedel's going to have that draft and should clear him here, and he will, as Peyton Hubbard will go back into line. comes David Brackett to the outside, maybe a Wes Wiggin. David Brackett's having a very good run tonight. Up to P7 for that 38 machine. Another veteran here in the Bluegrass iRacing series. David Brackett knows how to get around here. And Alex Healy and Drew Prohl right now still battling for the lead. 21 laps to go in this race. And Drew Prohl's going to clear. And here comes Dustin Reinstedel. He was going to try to go below him, but Alex Healy really shut the door on him. And here comes Barrett Morton on the inside. That's not where you want to be if you're Barrett Morton right now, because really, if anything, if he does not clear himself up, he's going to get stuck. And he was clear, but again, racing etiquette, he's going to keep it nice and simple and just not overdo it. And he's going to go to the inside. He may lose a few positions here, but look at Wes Wiggin and David Brackett. Maybe looking to help on the inside. I think we have a battle here. This is Jeremy Vaughn and Christopher McCullough battling for that 13th place. Here comes Daniel Cunningham and Bobby Hall Jr. maybe trying to make a move here on him. Bobby Hall Jr. gonna look to the inside here. Daniel Cunningham is. Whoa, we got one car all the way down there. It's Billy Bowerman. And I'm not sure if it's like he maybe just got loose. I see no damage on the truck, so he might be all right. We got a little bit of a battle here. Travis Twitty in 8th place right now, doing a great job. And right behind them, Thomas Hall. Thomas Hall up to that 9th place spot. Wes Wiggin and Barrett Morton still battling. Dustin Reinstedel, Peyton Hubbard still battling. All these guys trying to keep these positions, and they're putting on a show for us here tonight at Pocono. Here, Drew Prohl and Alex Healy. And there's not really much you can do, and this is from Drew Prohl. So Drew Prohl obviously a little bit slower the last 2 laps, but only by 0.04 of a second. That's not a lot. And again, the draft really dictates how much speed that you're going to carry around this track. And you see, kind of getting into the single file racing again. And these guys, as their tires start to wear out, you got to wait a few laps before you can really take advantage. Oh, we got a caution out on the track. 19 laps to go. Maybe we can get some confirmation on who this was on. Not 100% sure on what that caution was brought out by, so I'm going to go back and see if I can find out what happened. Alright, so I think I found out what brought out the caution here. Justin Winters in that 5 machine, as you see on the inside, and it looks like that's the O2. Oh, and they get 3 wide right there in the O2. I think that's Malahan's just going to get to the left rear corner panel of Justin Winters, and that's going to spin the 5 car around and out of this race. Unfortunately, as these guys are all coming into the pit lane here, I'd be surprised to see a few guys stay out. Anything, and it looks like there are a few guys that will stay out. Barrett Morton, one of them, is going to stay out. Daniel Worthington's going to stay out. And, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure why. These guys have not pitted since lap 27. So, I'm wondering if anything, these guys are just going to stay out and try to get another caution. I'm not 100% sure. This is definitely a weird strategy. And we'll see if Bear Morton goes into pit. If not, we'll bring him up here in the booth and see maybe what his goal is here. Because he's not the only one. There's about 3 or 4 drivers that did the exact same thing. And if y'all enjoy the racing tonight, please hit that thumbs up button. Or like on the YouTube side. We'll see what Bear Morton here does. If he does not fit here, we can bring him up and ask him. Because I believe that... I'm not sure if this is a 2 to go or not, but we'll figure it out. Nevertheless, very interesting strategy. Jeremiah Hobbs, Joe Zalo, Sean Kaiser, Lucas Lyons, all these guys are fixing damage right now in the pits, and Bear Morton's going to stay out here. And looks like, I'm not sure who that was. It was one of the lap down cars. Looks like they're going to go in a pit. So let's see what pace car does here. We have a... It looks like the lights are off. So we're going to let Bear do his thing. A very interesting strategy here. Actually, we may be able to drag him up here for a second. Hey, Bear Morton, you got a copy?
Yeah, bud, I got you.
Really quickly, just want to see what's going on here. We saw you stay out. What's the plan?
Just throwing a Hail Mary here. Just banking on another caution, and I think everybody else is going to go in, and I'm just going to take probably 2 tires and stay up front, and hopefully have a little bit better tires than they got. I don't know. That's just... I don't think I'm fast enough to win, but we're just going to try and wing it. Got to do something different.
All right, Barrett. Good luck here. Go get him.
Thank you.
So that was Bear Morton, as you see. Just going to try to stay out here and hope for the best. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. And what he's going to do is that if he gets a caution here, he could go in and take tires, and he's sitting in a really good position. And basically what we heard is that he wants the track position right now. And this is the only way that he feels like he can win this race. And, you know, if you're a car that's stuck back in 5th or 6th, then you really can't go anywhere past that. You've got to try something different. Bear Morton. Our leader with 16 laps to go. Pace car is going to take the hard left corner, or not corner, turn here. And here goes Barrett Morton. Green flag's out. Daniel Worthington is outside. Ron Morris Jr. and Alex Healy not too far behind in that 4th spot. Drew Pearl and Peyton Hubbard have been up front all night. As you see them, and look at that! They're spreading everywhere right now on the back stretch. Trying to get as many positions as you can. As you see Bobby Hall Jr. all the way down low. Going to slowly start to get back single file here. As you see Billy Bowerman stuck in the middle, 3 wide. Jeremy Vaughn really loose, and here comes Bobby Hall Jr. to the inside. And they're racing like this for 12th. See right now, oh, we got one car going around behind him. That's the 10 car of Jeremiah Hobbs. And he's going to save it. But not before the caution comes out, and I believe that is the reason why we're going to get a caution. We're going to take a look at this. Looks like a little bit of a smaller incident here. And you see, he's the last car, so what I'm guessing is that he's going to... Oh, no, he's a second to last, so he might get a piece right there. Yeah. WJM machine. That is the 74 of Casey Ryback. And he'll take a pretty good lick to that outside. And what a job by Jeremiah Hobbs. Holds the brake, keeps the throttle a little bit down, though. He's able to save that truck from any major damage. And that's, you know, just kind of a racing incident there between those guys. Not really much either one could completely do in that instance. Looked like maybe Casey was really just trying to drive it in hard, and Unfortunately, just caught him. Well, out of all this, Barrett Morton, Daniel Worthington, and Ron Morris Jr. right now, this strategy's worked out pretty good for them. As you've seen, that really nothing like too much matters for these guys. They're really able to stay up here even if they don't have the same tires as those guys up front or the guys behind them do. You're gonna see these guys now come into the pit, and this is exactly what Barrett Morton said that he needed. Is that just get a caution, and they went probably a good lap or so around. So that's enough to really put some wear on their tires. And the only problem though is that now Barrett Morton has to go through the field once again with only a little bit fresher tires, and I'm not sure if that'll be enough to really help them. It looks like we're still 2 to green. Let's see if we can maybe grab another driver here. See if we can get our good buddy Alex Healy in the booth, if I can find him. Hey, Alex Healy, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
Well, right now you're in the lead. Track position tonight seemed very important. What do you got to do to finish this thing out?
Oh man, well, I think we're looking good on fuel now. That was one of my concerns. I think that's behind me. The biggest thing is it's going to be tough getting sorted out. I got to hold Peyton off. He's the first guy on my mind. But I don't want to do anything too early. That'll put fuel usage in jeopardy if I get out too big of a lead. These guys build a run and come blowing by me. So we're going to try to keep them close here, and then hopefully the last couple laps we can make some magic happen.
All right. Definitely a few more laps to go. About 14, 13 laps here. So definitely a long race left, but at the meantime, you got the lead. Can't complain about that. So I'll send you back down there, but good luck the rest of this race, buddy.
Yes, sir. I'll be talking to you in about 12 laps.
I like to hear it. See you, Alex. All right, and you can see Alex Healy. He is someone who wants this, and for a guy that maybe is more of a, I would say he's more of a road course ringer, but Alex Healy definitely does favor the road courses over the ovals, and over the past few seasons, he's definitely gotten better and better at these ovals, and right now he's in the lead here at Pocono. But I mean, if you look at all the drivers behind them right now, Peyton Hubbard, a person that constantly finishes top 5 in this series. Drew Prohl, who's been on a roll tonight, probably the most consistent car all night. Drew Prohl right now in 4th. He still has a shot to win this. Dustin Reinstedel has been super quick tonight, and he's gotten his way into that 4th position. And right behind them, Michaela Steffs and Hera over there in the, what is that, 5th place? Wes Wiggin there in 6th. I mean, Jeremy Vaughn, they've gotten that truck up to 7th tonight. Christopher McCullough's gotten that truck up to 8th. All these drivers, they really work hard to get up front. And, a lot of these drivers, like, look at Michaela up 20 positions tonight. Billy Bowerman up 30 positions tonight. They have really worked hard all night to get in this position. And right now, with a caution coming out, taking tires, this is where it's going to matter. And this is where really everything is going to, everything that you've done this entire race is going to come down to. One wreck right here, you go to the back of the field, and that's practically the end of your race. If you tag the wall, it's going to slow you down on the straightaways. It's practically the end of your race. So
Green, green, green.
I'm gonna come down here to these last few final laps. These last 12 laps, it is 11 to go this time by. Alex Healy and Peyton Hubbard now.
Alright, man.
Oh,
Caution
we
is
got a
out.
wreck
Caution is
on
out.
the restart. Caution is already out. And you see there Ron Morris Jr. involved in this. Hopefully, we get a view of what happened here. I'm not sure we will. Unfortunately, we won't. But it looked like maybe it was a stack-up issue, and that's the only thing that I can guess happened there. I mean, yeah, that's really all that could have happened, is that we just saw a quick stack-up. And, yeah, but I can tell you who liked that. Alex Healy, loved that. Alex Healy's done a great job of maintaining this lead now, and this is another 2 to 3 laps under caution. And he was talking about saving fuel, and having a caution now is really going to help save fuel. Peyton Hubbard's still there. Drew Prohl still in 3rd place, it looks like. Not too many moves on the start. Looks like maybe Wes Wiggin and Christopher McCullough might have overtaken for the steps, but I'm not 100% sure. They may still be trying to get sorted out, but nevertheless, one person, the first 2 guys that we know that are in the right spots are Alex Healy and Peyton Hubbard. 1 and 2 never really moved anywhere. Really quickly, we have a cautions here. We'll thank some of our sponsors tonight. Bluegrass Power Washing, Your Stop Nation, make all of this possible for us. Let's go and thank one of our cup sponsors, Cofield. No matter what, they have helped the league this year. We're very thankful for all of them. And definitely talking to a few of the drivers tonight, it's definitely interesting. As, you know, all these drivers have been everywhere. We've heard Drew Prohl say, you know, he just wants to kind of be up front. And he's, you know, had a very solid race, and he wants to maintain where he's been at. Alex Healy now very nervous about that 51 truck, but feels good, and he's very confident. He said he'll see us here in a few laps. And we talked to Barrett Morton, you know, off strategy, right now in 22nd place. And really quickly, we're going to have a quick intermission. All right. Making sure we had some settings on that were right. As you see here, this is our 7th caution of the night. 8 to go. These guys are going to be lining up 1 to green. So we'll be going with 7 laps to go. And Alex Healy is going to really hope that they stack up again. I can tell you that. He's going to hope that they go spinning. Because, you know, the more laps these guys wreck, the less laps that he has to deal with. The 51s looks like maybe Alex Healy trying to save some fuel. Not sure. And look through a few areas. Christopher right now. Christopher right now is up 22 positions. Jeremy Vaughn, 27. Wes is up 6 positions tonight. Dustin Reinsettle right ahead of him is up 13. Billy's going to be up 30 right now. Michaela's up 20, or up 17, that is. Dakota's up 19. Rodney Shirk is up 20. See, a lot of these guys have gained a lot of positions tonight. And really everyone, though, is wants to win this race or at least pop their way into a top 5. So I don't really think they care too much about how many positions that they gain if they don't get a good outcome. But 7 laps to go here at Pocono. And the pace car will take the hard left turn here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out here for Alex Healy again. You see the big stack up. Barrett Morton, one of our guys on fresh tires. You see how far he is back into the field. Drew Prohl now underneath of Peyton Hubbard. As you see 3 wide into turn 1 here. Billy Bowerman, David Brackett. The outside is Bobby Hall Jr. Going back up front, it's single filed though. And you're gonna see Alex Healy right there. What he does is he's trying to break the draft. He's gonna try to make Peyton Hubbard, not lose time on the straightaway, but not gain time. As Peyton Hubbard's gonna really overdrive the corner there, and that's gonna open the door for Drew Prohl. Drew Prohl underneath the 51 machine now. Just to his corner panel is just gonna slow him down enough, but I don't know if he's gonna have enough to clear him here. Drew is really going to send that truck in, but he's not going to be able to do anything. As you see the 04, Christopher McCullough sideways right behind him. That was on for second. As you see back here, 3 wide. That's Cody Anderson, Dakota Shepard, and John Mollahan. That's actually the battle behind Cody Anderson. Travis Twitty's in that mix. You see right behind them, that's Barrett Morton going all the way down to the bottom, trying to make a big move there on the 101 of Dakota Shepard. And the outside's 41 of Jim Kaufman now. And this is a hornet's nest back here. You guys are really going to start to settle down a little bit, but I'll tell you what's not settling down is this battle for second. Drew Prohl and Peyton Hubbard still side by side. Dustin Reinsettle's in the mix. Christopher McCullough's in the mix. Oh, big shot there from Dustin Reinsettle. He's going to give the 80 machine a big push. And here comes the 04 to the outside, but he's going to overdrive the corner, maybe trying to avoid the 80 machine. And that sent Christopher McCullough up the track. And this battle now is going to settle down here for second, but look who really likes that. Alex Healy now. And he said he didn't want to get too far out front, but he's got a 6/10 of a second lead right now over Peyton Hubbard, but he said that because he wanted to save fuel. And he'll be able to save fuel now, especially under caution. But 5 laps to go for that 97, and I can tell you one person who's not done is Drew Prohl, but if Drew Prohl is going to be smart here, he's going to push the 51. That's going to help them catch the lead, and that's exactly what he's going to do. And look right behind them. No, look now. Wes Wiggin underneath Christopher McCullough, not going to be able to make it. You see Michael Robinson's going to be able to pass Jeremy Vaughn. Ronnie Shirk, Kayla Staffs are going to battle right now for this 10th place position. Eric Parks and Daniel Cunningham side by side right behind them. Alex Healy still with a 6/10 of a second lead right now. And again, once they get to these straightaways, Alex Healy really has to do what I'm going to learn how to speak English, but he's really going to have to try to break the draft exactly how he's doing. And you see Peyton Hubbard's going to gain almost a 1/10 of a second every time they get down this front straightaway. But there's 4 laps to go. So, I mean, really at this point, Alex Healy just needs to drive the corners perfect. But you see Peyton Hubbard so much quicker in turn 1 right now. 4/10 of a second lead right now for Alex Healy. Again, he's going to go down and break the draft. You see all the way back here, that's, it looks like Eric Parks on the bottom. So you saw him getting a self-spin very early. He's recovered nicely up to 12 as he's going to be able to pass Michaela Steffs. And here comes Daniel Cunningham underneath as well. And right behind them is Billy Bowerman and John Mollahan, who John Mollahan had a very quick truck at the beginning of this race. Has fallen back a little bit. As you see, that lead has gone down. If you take a look at our ticker right beside the screen that's about to go to 3 laps to go, You see Alex Healy really trying to break the draft, but there's not much you could do here at Pocono. He does a great job, and that's about all you can do. Alex Healy, our leader, with 3 laps to go. You see he's starting to get tight in turn 1 and 2. He's drifting up the track a little bit, which means he's overdriving the corner just a little bit. And if Alex Healy wants to win this race, he's got to settle down in the cockpit, and he's got to, get into the corner and not try to drive himself into it. But Peyton Hubbard is doing exactly what Alex Healy isn't. And he's driving really good right now. But here comes Drew Prohl now for 2nd place. But no, he just got a little bit loose. He's going to tuck in behind Peyton Hubbard again. And he knows that he has to push Peyton Hubbard at this point. You see him get really tight there. He's going to drift up the track. This might open the door for Christopher McCullough now. But no, him and Dustin Reinstedel are battling right now for 4th place. And Alex Healy's going to be our leader. 2 laps to go here in the Bluegrass iRacing Truck Series at Pocono. What a race this has been as you see cars flying down to the inside trying to make last-minute moves. Right behind them as you see Christopher McCullough battling now with Wes Wiggin. This is the battle for 5th place. It's not going to let him have it. Here goes Michael Robinson, has made his way back up into the top 7. That's going to be Wes Wiggins' spot as you see Alex Healy on the bottom of the track trying to break the draft. Those 2 guys are bump drafting like it's Talladega right now behind him. As you see that 51 is wiggling around. He's really pushing him. 3-car length lead right now for Alex Healy. Great turn 2 in Indy. He drives Indianapolis perfect. And going into the Milwaukee Mile, or it's the Toronto or the Trenton corner. I don't remember which one it is. They're flip-flop. But Alex Healy right now is going to come out of turn 3 for the 2nd to last time. And Wes Wiggin really close into the wall, and he's going to get into the wall. Wes Wiggin and Christopher McCullough now side by side. This is for the 5th place position. Right now, it's all Alex Healy right now in front. As you see, a little bit further back, it looks like that's Eric Parks stuck on the inside. Or no, he's going to be on the outside. That's going to be David Brackett stuck on the inside. This is the battle for 11th. But we're going to go back up to the battle here for 1st place. Peyton Hubbard is right there. As you see how far these cars are separated by about a 2-3 car length lead right now for Alex Healy in that 97 machine. Peyton Hubbard is not quite there yet. The last time here in turn 2, Alex Healy is going to drive pretty well, but here goes Peyton Hubbard. Peyton Hubbard is there. If he needs to bump and run, he will. Will he have enough speed to get to him here, though? He's going to drive it in deep. Alex Healy, calm, cool, collective, out of turn 3. Alex Healy in the 97 truck. He will win here at Pocono Motor Speedway. Peyton Hubbard is going to be 2nd and Drew Prohl 3rd as we got a car hard to the inside wall, it looks like, in the back. And it looks like Travis Twitty is going to be one of those cars. Maybe we can get a quick replay, but I think he was a little bit too far back to get a replay. As no, we will. As right there, he's going to get tagged by Billy Bowerman. And oh my goodness. Huge hit for Travis Twitty as he takes down the tires. Or the sand barrels, that is. But Alex Healy. Win this race. What a race here tonight. These guys put everything on the line. And right here, as you see Alex Healy, while he does his burnouts, we will go through our running order. Alex Healy is going to be 1st. Peyton Hubbard will finish 2nd. Drew Prohl is going to finish 3rd. Dustin Reinstedel is going to finish 4th tonight. Wes Wiggins going to round out our top 5. Christopher McCullough is going to be 6th. Michael Robinson is going to be 7th. Bobby Hall Jr. is going to be 8th. Ronnie Shirk 9th. And Daniel Cunningham is going to be 10th. 11th is going to be John Mollahan. 12th is going to be Eric Parks. 13th is going to be Jeremy Vaughn. Daniel Morton, or Barrett Morton, that is, going to finish 14th. Cody Anderson is going to be 15th. David Brackett's 16th. Jim Kaufman is going to finish 17th. And Billy Bowerman is going to finish this race in 18th. Kayla Steffs is going to finish 19th. Jeremiah Hobbs is going to finish 20th. David Sheets 21st. Thomas Hall is going to finish 22nd. Lucas Lyons 23rd. Dakota Shepard 24th. Brian Terry 25th. Daniel Worthington is going to be 26th. Then Carlton Charles is going to be 27th tonight. Then 28th is going to be Casey Ryback. 29th is going to be Chuck Blake. I quite cannot get the rest of the thing show up. But Joe Zala's going to finish 30th. Mark Vondell's going to finish 31st. Travis Twitty's going to finish 32nd. Michael Cole 33rd. Ron Morse Jr. is going to finish 34th. Kenneth McCullough Jr. is going to finish 35th. Stephen Page is going to finish 36th. Sean Kaiser 37th. Derek Puckett's going to finish 38th. Chad Ross 39th. And then Justin Winters is going to round out our field tonight in 40th. And what a show as you hear Alex Healy breaking that car. That's his teammate, Wes Wiggin. So really quickly, we're going to go get ready and get our guys in the booth, and we'll be right back here in a quick moment. All right, we're going to go and get to our e-drivers. That will be here in the booth, and it looks like we'll go grab our third place finisher tonight, Drew Prohl. Hey, Drew, you got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going?
Well, we saw it was a hard-fought race all around. That 80 truck looked really good tonight. We got to talk to you a little bit earlier in the race, and nevertheless, you were pretty confident in that truck, and you felt good out front. And even though you did not win the race, you still got a top 3 out of night, and you ran top 5 the entire race. So, tell us about your race. Tell us about, what you have looking forward after this race.
I mean, it was just overall, it was a really great points race. Got that stage win. So hopefully I get a win later in the season. That'll come in handy in the playoffs. But I mean, overall, the race was just all about trying to stay clean, consistent. I got to Peyton a couple times there in that late run. I got to his inside, but it's so hard to trust the truck with the heat to pass on the inside on the tunnel where I wanted to do it multiple times. But I wanted to finish the race, not go to records.
Yeah, of course, and nevertheless, third place, and you even said that you won the stage tonight, which you did, and that's a pretty big win. That gives you 10 extra bonus points this race, and that'll help you throughout the season. But what did look into next week? I think we go to Michigan, and then we have Kansas afterwards. What momentum does this give you in the next 2 weeks, or the next even few weeks? That is.
I mean, this is great momentum. Back-to-back polls. I wasn't expecting to get the pole here tonight. So that was a surprise. Other than that, though, it's just this season's going a lot better. Great start in the trucks, first year in the Cup, having a great year there. So.
Well, it's good to hear that you're gaining momentum, and not even that. Seems like you've been really quick already to start the season, and there's nothing more you can ask for other than improving and showing those improvements through future seasons. Drew, it was an awesome time watching you tonight. You're able to run top 5 again all night, and it was, you always put on a show for us. At least you have the last few weeks. So go ahead and thank those fine sponsors, teammates, friends, family, anyone that's out there.
Well, I thank my WJM teammates in the league, outside of the league. They're all helpful. They helped me throughout. Team Oxy Green here. Need any help with mold or just want to breathe better, they can help you out. You can check them out. And then, you guys for broadcasting, Jason for setting up these lobbies, setting up the stuff, just getting it all together and having a great time.
All right. Congratulations on your podium finish tonight. We'll see you next week in the Truck Series.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that was our third place finisher, Drew Prohl. And next up, we're going to get our second place finisher, Peyton Hubbard, in here. Hey, Peyton Hubbard, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, that 51 truck looked very quick tonight. You seem to have a lot of short run speed. Looked maybe even arguably the best truck on the short run. And, you're able to manage that throughout the long runs. And, we saw you approach the top 5 pretty early, and you hung around there the rest of the race. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it's this season hadn't started out as good as last season has. This is the first race inside the top five. But yeah, the first stage was pretty good. I felt good, and then I know the incident with the 83. He kind of doored me into one, and kind of kept pushing toward the track, and it just turned him into the wall when he came across my nose, and then I was kind of just trying to stay up there, and then that last stint was just trying to make it a one-stop race, and those two cautions helped because I think we only had like a lap of fuel left, so that was the big thing there. But with Alex baiting me to the draft, I should have just let Drew push me that entire time, and we could have called him.
Yeah, and you talk about having a rough start. Obviously, Auto Club in Vegas did not go as planned, and then you have Michigan and Kansas after this week, and then after that we start to get kind of off schedule. We go Bristol Dirt, Chicago Street Course, then we have Richmond, Iowa, Sonoma, IRP, a bunch of very different variety tracks. What do you got to do going forward to maybe get inside of those or get inside of the top five more, or maybe even turn around your season here?
Yeah, these 1.5 mile, 2 mile tracks are not my favorite. So once we get into around 6 and 7, kind of past Bristol Dirt, the short tracks and road courses is where I feel like I'll be able to do the best. Even last season, that's where the best finishes I had. So just trying to get through these first plate tracks, full throttle tracks, and then once we get into the short stuff and the road courses, we'll really be able to get rolling, get a lot of points.
All right, Peyton, you always put on a good show for us. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors, teammates, friends, family, or anyone else you want to thank.
Yeah, man. It's for all the NLR guys. We've switched from Elite to CFM, so yeah, thanks to all those guys too. But Jeremy ran a good race too. It's me and him this season. I know our other guys kind of weren't able to make the rest of the season, but everything's been going good. So thanks to all those guys.
All right. Congratulations on your second place finish. Can't wait to see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, Alex Healy, you got a copy.
I told you I'd be back.
And I knew that was the response I was going to get. If y'all have not heard a good interview before, this is a good one to stick around for. Alex Healy, our winner tonight here at Pocono. You already kind of told us about your race. You told us about your strategy, and you said that you would be here in 11 laps, and you have made it here after those 11 laps. Tell us how you had to manage those guys there at the end.
Well, the first thing I told you there towards the end of the race was I didn't want to get too far away from them. I got too far away from them. Luckily, I haven't heard their interviews, but with about 5 to go, that's when I started breaking the draft really aggressively, and I like Peyton, but I have to thank him for following me down there because I think if he would have stayed organized with Drew, we might have had a three-way finish there. But every time I dropped to the bottom, he'd follow me down there, and we'd stay pretty even. But if he was up there with Drew, I feel like they would have gotten to me probably on the last lap, and we would have. I would have had to do some pretty hardcore blocking shenanigans, which I don't mind doing, but I'm glad I didn't have to.
Yeah, if it makes you feel any better, I believe it was either Peyton or Drew, but I believe it was Peyton. He did say that he probably should have just not fell for the bait and stayed on the outside draft. So, but nevertheless, you're able to bring it home, and now you're locked into the playoffs. What does this do for your season? I know that you really like the road courses. I think there's 2 road courses during the regular season that you get to go to. And this kind of takes a ton of weight off your shoulders. So what does this do now for the rest of your season?
Oh man, I cannot tell you the confidence this has given me from the first 2 weeks. I haven't had a top 20 yet. I've been banged up and wrecked and made mistakes on pit road, and I was starting to doubt myself with all these new people that have joined. I was like, man, am I not as fast as I once was, or is everybody faster than me? Have I just lost my touch? I was really starting to doubt myself for a little bit, but there's no medicine for me like Pocono as much as I love the road courses. This is where I got my first win in Bluegrass. This is my favorite. I can't really call it an oval. It's my favorite triangle for sure, but we'll call it my favorite lift turn only track. We'll go with that.
There you go. And again, this gives you a ton of momentum. It relieves you of a bunch of stress now for the rest of the season. So go ahead and thank those fine teammates, friends, family, sponsors, anybody else you want to thank.
Oh yeah, I got to give everybody at Flex Motorsports a shout out. That's Dan, Bobby, Wes, Alan, who is not with us this season, Thomas, Dakota. I know I'm missing one somewhere. We've got like 8 guys in the Discord now, but on top of that, Dave came down and spotted for me tonight. This is the first truck race he spotted for me this season. Maybe that was the magic touch. Got to bring his ass back every week now. I don't care what time his kids play volleyball. Special shout outs to my tens and tens of fans watching. Number one being my wife, Jessica. She tunes into every race. I always have to give her a shout out because I know there's got to be very few guys that have wives that are going to sit around and watch them do video game racing 2 or 3 times a week. I don't know if the kids are watching tonight. I hope they are. Brantley and Caleb, if you guys are listening, love you guys. And I know some of my buddies were watching. My brother-in-law, Josh, a couple other guys from work, and CW, my uncle-in-law. I don't even want to talk about the family tree. It doesn't make any sense. And I think that's got it covered because no one pays me to do this. I'm not that good.
Well, all right. Congratulations on your first win of the season, and this locks you into the playoffs. So we're excited to see you, and thanks for giving one hell of an interview there because you never disappoint.
Hey, I try to keep it entertaining, man, and I hope I get to give a few more with you because there's one thing I like doing besides racing, and that's talking shit.
Yep. So, all right. That was Alex Healy, our winner tonight. And with that is the end of our race tonight. You saw here a beautiful Pocono Speedway. Alex Healy gets it done here in the Truck Series to lock himself into the playoffs. So, again, thanks for everyone for tuning in tonight. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure that you share this to your friends. Make sure they all come and watch the Bluegrass iRacing series. We'll be here again tonight, or not tonight, tomorrow night that is, for the Bluegrass Xfinity series, also here at Pocono. And other than that, we want to thank our few quick sponsors that are out here. Bluegrass Power Washing and Doorstop Nation. Thank you all for sponsoring the series for us. And, we're very excited for the upcoming weeks. I will be here Tuesday and Wednesday night. So I'm excited for a full week here of racing at Pocono, and I'm sure everyone out there is as well. So again, thanks for tuning in. Make sure y'all check in for tomorrow night's race here back at Pocono on the Bluegrass iRacing YouTube page or Facebook page. And we'll see you tomorrow night.